Hi, it's Tyrone here with the weekly market analysis. It's Monday morning. Just going to go through the charts pretty quick. Watch the last couple of videos if you're not up to speed. And this is how I trade the markets. So I'm looking for opportunities. I've shown videos of back testing, by the way, with trend following, range bound. But this is how I'm going to analyze the markets. I look for opportunities based on big chart patterns. So Aussie CAD, I'm in the range. I bought it. No more to say on that. Aussie Swiss, got nothing to trade at the moment. We've got range bound on a weekly, kind of a range bound and a triangle formation, but I'm not going to trade it. Profit margin's not there for me. Aussie yen, we're on this uptrend on the monthly now. We've had this trend, we're in this big range sort of pattern here, and we're halfway up, so there is room to move up. Not being greedy with a target. Rally could be a base and a rally. And although I'm going against weekly supply and control here, the monthly is up, so I'm looking at buying a 240 minute level right down here. This is the level right here. That's why my stop is here, not below this wick. And the time took off was 8 o'clock London Open. So, oh, I didn't mean to do this. Caught that. Yeah, this is the London Open. So I'm looking at catching it here if price drops. There are other levels, but again, this is where the set and forget's going to be based on the London Open, and also right near a weekly / monthly trend line confluence. So if it's going to pass, as you can see, this is like the extreme trend line, so it shouldn't even touch the trend line to make entry. But if it goes past that, I'm not really interested in trading it anyway. Aussie New Zealand monthly chart pattern here, range. So I had a order I've just placed on this daily. Actually, just put it on Friday, and it's actually made entry tonight, this morning. And what it is, we've got this daily level here. I don't know. I've not even looked down on the smaller time frame on this about the time. Yeah, this is the US level, by the way. This push, the Brits took it up, and the US shorted. Yeah, there's not much to say on there, except it is a nice strong level still, and whether it works, who knows. We could be in a flag formation for another spike higher to continue the breakout of this major trend line. However, I'm not playing the breakout here, I'm playing the range. So as soon as I see a nice daily level / 240 minute, I'm putting the short in. Aussie dollar, again, I've got an order. I'm already in this actually, but I think this made entry last week. Where did we go? Yep, we dropped down. Oh no, sorry, I haven't made entry on this. I put an order to buy here based on this. It's not this particular pattern, it's on the 240 minute. As you can see, we are in an uptrend. I mean, this is more of a bigger picture, maybe downtrend on this monthly here, because I believe we've kind of, this trend line here, we've kind of broken it really, and it's just chopping away, ready for possible breakout to the downside, you know, something like this, you know, so a big move down potentially. However, in the initial market now, the last year, we are moving up, so we're in an area where I'm looking to buy. We're into this weekly / it's not quite monthly, but in between the weekly and the monthly, only because of the amount of candles here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't quite sharpen the monthly, but this is a major level for me. Again, it's counter trend on this weekly supply and demand, because we've got this kind of move down. But again, this is how I trade. I look for an opportunity, and I put an order in right here. If we drill this down onto the 240 minute, this is a little bit aggressive, but the reason I like this is you can see all these levels on the 240 minute, they're kind of respected until this level was taken out. So this to me becomes the area of demand, a valid area. Now I look at the time that this level was created, which was around the London / New York. So therefore, if price drops down, I'd like to look for a long opportunity. and potentially if the market wants to continue moving up before this breakdown, or it might just push all the way up here. There is plenty of room for the market to continue higher, this being one big kind of range now, because once we take trend lines we may end up ranging, so coming up to this area. So target could even be up there. However, not to be greedy, I'm quite happy to see what happens and maybe get up to this area and start managing it aggressively, see if I can reach a higher target area. If it gets stopped out and it drops lower, I've looked to the left. I think there wasn't too much more that I was interested in short in this market. Sorry, going long in this market. No, nothing else interested. So this was the level that stuck out for me, and what is happening right now on the 240-minute chart. So we'll see what happens there. CAD Swiss rally, base potential rally. Having said that, we are also at the peak of this range. You've got the wicks here. If I enlarge this, so there's a potential it could drop to here. Who knows? So if it breaks from here, then I may start to look for long for a target in this area. But if it doesn't, then my target's down here. No more to be said on that. The CAD Yen. I've got nothing on this pair to do at the moment. We are pulling into this area of demand. We've got weekly supply above. We have got a trend line, but as you can see, we're quite away from this trend line, and I wouldn't be interested in going long till somewhere down in this region, obviously, because you've got a bit of trend line confluence, and this is a monthly level, so this is the extreme of a monthly level kind of enlarged here, only because of this base. And I want to wait a little bit longer. It's a bit too early to try and look for a trading opportunity at the moment. The Euro Aussie started to manage this because of this trend line, and it is base, and it could be here for a long time if it's not going to break and push up. Look at that wick last week. So I managed this a little bit aggressively. It's not really broke and held and closed above, and the month is coming at an end. We've got one more day, and this is not looking the best. It could be a rally base rally. However, I'm going to manage it aggressively on this trend line that's formed on the daily. Euro CAD, range bound on the weekly slash kind of monthly here, just because of the wicks. I think I had a trade in order to short this area, got stopped out. It did stop me out and spike down, but I called it right, it just stopped me out. I've got an order now to potentially reach up here. If price retraces into this weekly level, look, monthly's up, weekly's up. We are into a daily level right now. Could take a long. The only reason I haven't gone long where we are right now, if you come over to the monthly, which will be entering here, is my reward is only 325 for probably about a 70 pip risk. I'm not happy with that. I'd rather it drop. If it drops lower, then I'll be happy to go long in this area. And the reason I'm going to go long down there is based on this 240-minute level, or this 8-hour. It's a 60/240. We've got this candle here, strong wick. As you can see from here, this is 8 o'clock London open. Price came back, barely touched it, and then shot off. So this will be the pivot low, and this is what you call a bear trap, because this is what made the market move. It was this candle over here. Sorry, reduce the size of those. It was this candle over here. So it bounced very quick from this area. Once we start to break this, people think we're in a downtrend. Having said that, the monthly and the weekly's up. So that's why I'm taking the 240-minute level. Again, it's my own personal rules. Euro pound, I've put a trade on to go long. If I come out on this monthly, we are up on the monthly. We've got monthly demand in control. We have broken out this big pattern here. All levels are being respected on the way up, so there's no reason to look for shorts. The weekly has got this trend line that I can draw. and we're right on there. We've had a double touch here. Again, this is about patterns. Look, a double touch down here. Potentially we could have another double touch. However, the further up we go, you know, the higher the chance of it not working. But there is a nice profit margin up to here, 300 odd pips for risk of 50 odd. So it's a nice 6 to 1 trade that I'm quite happy to take a gamble in. And we'll see what happens there. Also based on the level, let me just show you the level on the 240. Where are we entering here? Again, London right here. You see this drop, this is a flag. People will short this thinking of a breakout into a bit like a bear trap, where it will drop straight into a nice level where the big boys have bought from previously. So that's the euro pound, euro yen. I'm already in this trade. It's starting to break this trend line, so it looks like it may well be turning here. This looks like we are either going to drop back a bit deeper into this monthly / weekly level here. Just put this in because this is a monthly area right here, in between the two, so it may want to drop a bit deeper for a bounce. Having said that, you know, following the rules, I'm just going to leave that alone. Euro dollar. Euro dollar's dropping. Now there's you know, I'm expecting, if price continues down, may possibly reach this area, but we do have what was resistance could become support here. It is potentially a hazardous area, all right, because of the fact that you know, it could bounce. Having said that, look at the room. This is nice clean candles. Price can drop. This could be range kind of bound. It could be a fake out. So there's lots of ways to read this. All I'm looking at is profit margin, so I'm just going to take a gamble. But it could bounce from this area, which is at maybe this kind of weekly level here. This is a counter trend kind of trading, but at an area where it could bounce. What you could do is look, if I start to see any signals, or the weekly starts to take out weekly supply, then I might get on board for a long move, and this could be a nice pattern for a target somewhere up in this region. So we'll see what happens there, because I'm watching very carefully on this daily pattern. So I might start to manage this. If it drops a little bit lower into this area, a little bit aggressively on this daily, and then if it breaks, just leave it alone for a while. Pound Aussie, not much to do here. We're in this range pattern at the moment. That's a supply that was in control, so you could play the range from up here down to there. Quite a lot of pips. The thing with this pound Aussie, it is quite volatile, and you know, have to be a little bit careful with this one. We get stopped out left, right and centre. Pound CAS on a monthly, potential range, we've got room up to this area still. I saw a nice level here on the daily, following the monthly level of demand right here, because we've taken out supply. Lovely levels being respected on the way down, so we've got these levels being respected on the way up. So I'm on the right side of the market, and the same for the daily. Levels seem to be respected here. Not too bad, a bit wicky, but this is a very nice clean level. If price drops, trend line confluence, why not? Pound Swiss, again range bound market, got a short up here. If price spikes up, looking for profit target down there. Quite simple, right at the extreme of this weekly wick here. I've drilled it down, had a look on the daily, even 240 at this area, so that's why I've got a short up there. Quite self-explanatory. Pound yen, not trading this one at the moment. Pound New Zealand, again we've moved up. Looking at this pattern, it could keep going, but we could retrace down to this kind of area. And we've also got a nice little level here. I'm just, because of this pattern, I'm expecting the profit margin, something to happen on the weekly, daily. I'd rather be a bit lower before trying to look for a setup. That's all it is. Pound dollar, not much I can say on here. We have got this kind of trend line area. Remember, these are areas that can also be broken out of or cause range bound markets if we start to close above. So I'm watching this a bit careful. I'm not really trading at the moment. New Zealand dollar broke this area of demand right here, I think by a pip or so, a couple of pips by the looks of it. So we've broken this monthly demand. I don't know where this is going. If I would have took the long, it would have been here. We had a pot shot. I'm not going to do nothing with this market at the moment. Dollar CAD, already in this one. Monthly trend kind of range pattern is slightly down. The weekly is up and daily is up. So I've already bought here. There's not much I can really do at the moment. This was on from last week. Just got to let that one go. The dollar Swiss has reached its target area. I've just extended the target and moved my stop instead. It's looking for, hopefully, potentially, we might get a bounce so I can reach this target area. If not, I'll get stopped out here for about $90 odd. I think that one is. Dollar yen, kind of range bound pattern, quite wicky. Not too interested in trading this at the moment. Short an opportunity really up here, but again, I'm not going to trade this at the moment. It's all down to profit margin, and obviously you got the dollar, Singapore dollar that I put on last week into that, and market's already moved away. Very nice indeed. Got front run, getting a bit early, stop below, and the market's off. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to show you what orders I've got on, what trades and trade setups that I'm looking at, and how I'm analysing the market just for opportunity. That's all it is. I look for the big picture opportunity, and I try to drill down on these small time frames for the correct supply and demand, whether it's trend, counter trend, just to get a gist of what the market's doing, trying to get in early and catch these turning points. I have quite a few stop outs, but I have very big winners. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and safe trading.